Welcome to Autofaze. On this video, we're talking project cars. Let's start first with the WS6 update. We've done quite a bit of stuff to this, but it's mostly just maintenance items. We were getting a lot of boil over from the power steering reservoir here, and that eventually destroyed the alternator. And when we bought this car back in August, we were getting a lot of pulsating in the lights, so I knew I'd have to replace this anyway. But to prevent this from happening in the future, I put on a power steering cooler, and so far, after 200 or so miles, the power steering fluid is staying super cool. Boil over issue is no more. And real quick, I just want to say how happy I am with these race ramps. I finally decided to pull the trigger on them. Man, it makes maintenance an absolute breeze. And I might also end up taking these to the track too, in case I need to work on the car there at the track. But anyway, this is that power steering cooler that we decided to get. This is not my idea. I found this on an old thread on LS1 Tech. It's a Hayden 260. The factory cooler on these, on the SS and the WS6, is absolute junk. So I wanted to get rid of this anyway before I had a mixture of power steering and radiator fluid, which would just be a headache in itself. So super easy mod to do. Very glad that I did it. Besides that, the WS6, we fixed the passenger side headlight motor. We had some issues, had to rewire that, fix the motor, and also rewire the alternator. Just a bunch of small stuff. You know, we're getting ready for the track, got all the fluids changed and everything like that. Now these brakes are broken in finally, so we're not getting as much brake dust as we were in the beginning. I honestly would not go with these ceramic brakes again. Not a whole lot of bite, so I'm kind of disappointed in that. So if you were following along with the brake upgrade, I would not recommend doing the Hawk ceramic pads. They just don't have a lot of bite. Now let's push on over here to this little girl. This Nova's been up on these wheel cribs for, man, 2 or 3 months. The floors are basically all done. We need to seam seal and paint the floors in the interior and underneath. And then besides that, we can finally start putting in the fuel system and putting in the engine, everything like that. So, but the reason we stopped working on it, I threw the cam in the 5.3 and I went to change the valve springs. And that's when I noticed that we were getting a ton of blow-by on every single cylinder, and I believe it's from the valves. So I'm more than likely just going to buy another set of heads. I did change the number 1 valve spring by putting number 1 on top dead center and changing it out. So there's currently 1 pack spring installed on this engine, but man, this 5.3, I swear it's cursed. I should have definitely listened to my wife and bought one that was a lot more lower mileage. I have a junkyard that had a warranty, but not to worry, we're going to get everything running on it. It supposedly has 90,000 miles. Everything's basically ready. The cam's in, new seals, new retaining plate, you know, everything like that. So once we get these heads swapped off, we'll finally be able to get the ball rolling, but it was just such a massive blow to me. We were going to throw this engine in 2 months ago, put the cam in, put the springs on, and throw everything together into the car so we could start fabbing the fuel system. And it was just a big blow to the gut, so decided to just basically set everything the way that it is for 2 months. We've been focusing on the WS6, making it into a nice cruiser, and just a nice overall fun street car. I'm gonna get some A62s. You know, I saw some on Marketplace. I already hit the guy up, and so total on this engine, even with changing the heads out and putting new gaskets and stuff, you know, I got to hook up on this engine anyway, so I'll still be into this engine around $800 after I change the heads. And I definitely don't think it's a ring issue. I do think it is a valve seating issue. So, yep, that's everything, the update for the Nova. It's been a crazy month of video showcases, so we really haven't shared what everyone else is up to. So let's go ahead and do that right now.
We made it back from the track, where we ran our personal best. Went did a cash days the next Saturday. We won the cash days with Space Jam, but the clutch lost. So we brought it back here to Taos just to do a clutch change. Well, things got a little, you know how it goes. Went from the clutch, we did a tubular TRZ K-member, double adjustable Viking shock, strange brakes, 4 piston calipers, and just opened a whole can of worms on this thing. So now we have electric water pump, alternator relocation brackets, and I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah.
Top of that, we did a ABS delete, so we're waiting on the block manifold to come back. They are especially they took our block, they're engineering their own, so there's no ABS. Power steering delete, so it's a manual rack now. Before it had power steering. AC delete, it's gonna be a hot one, but it'll be worth it. And should be ready to go. Also, Matt Hennessy, every part I didn't have on hand or couldn't find real quick, that dude was boom right there with it every time. Thanks, Matt Hennessy.
This is Timmy.
Hello.
We're getting ready to go for a ride in something that you probably should never experience if you're a GM fan. That's a Coyote car.
Gonna be showing what 8,000 RPMs feels like. None of you LS guys know what that's about.
No, we don't, unfortunately.
Got Barber ported 18 manifold, ported throttle body, PMAS cold air intake, 47-pound injectors, JLT cold air or catch cam, running an X4 tuner with a Palm Beach dyno tune on it. It's on E85, full E85 right now. We're gonna go make some 8,000
So this is a
rips.
totally different setup than when we saw this when you were doing test pads when you first got your tire on.
Yes.
Yeah.
No more torque management. No more falling away
So
between
I
gears.
don't know if you want to share that footage or not. It's up to Timmy. I have it, but it was kind of it was very challenged at the time. Let's just say that.
There's a lot more computer stuff. I am not a fanboy, Coyote fanboy, anything like that. I've had plenty of Camaros. Travis has lost to them before, at least one of them. So we're gonna go see how 8,000 feels.
We're about to experience 8,000 RPMs, which Timmy says sounds pretty crazy. And I'm all for some good exhaust tones. Oh, there goes the gimbal! Woo, the gimbal's going for a ride!
Yeah, he threw me off when he said, "Oh, there goes," and I was like, "Oh, what?"
Oh man, the gimbal was not ready. It was like,
It threw me off.
yeah, it runs pretty good, man.
Welcome to Bronson Speed, and as you know, I'm Tyler Bronson. This is the new shop. I decided it was finally time for me to get my own space. So as you know, I specialize in body paint. I've been doing tons of paint correction and ceramic coating. Back there we got a customer's car. Should be a pretty slick looking car by the time it's done.
Is that a Supra?
That is a Supra. That absolutely is an MK4 Supra going back to Baltic Blue. So kind of a unique color on that car. Got some gigantic wheels over there that I'll be polishing and ceramic coating on. Behind me here, you'll see that I have the Camaro in the shop. So it's my 2010 427 twin turbo Camaro. The reason it's in here is because we're getting ready for track day tomorrow. I have no idea what this car is going to do at the track. Never been down the track in this car. I'm excited for it, ready to see what it does. Right now it's got 17-inch drag radials under it, but as you see over here, I got some slicks.
Ooh.
Again, I don't know how this car does at the drag strip. I know it does all right on those tires on the streets. These slicks, I think, are what's going to be key at the drag strip. Being a 6-speed car, I really think it'll get down. All right, guys, that's about it. Let's get loaded up and ready for the track.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.